now the recent trending is like ESG as a theme, getting emerged. So recently, an AMC also launched an ESG-based fund. So what is your view on the same?
So we adopted ESG 2 years back. As I mentioned earlier, we are the only AMC in the country which is signed for United Nations Principle of Responsible Investment. That means all my investments, not only in equity but also in fixed income, are complying with ESG. While people are launching one fund for ESG, 2 years back we converted our entire fund in ESG. Why did we do this? Well, we realized that if governance improves, so does shareholders' return. If I invest in a poorly governed company, my returns will be lower, highly volatile. But if I invest in a better governed company, my returns will be better. By focusing on governance, we are improving returns for our unit holders, which is why we accepted governance. On the environmental side, we are not expert. We have a lot to learn, but we do recognize that climate change is happening. It's putting people at risk. And today, I might start doing something with less knowledge and more ignorance, then do something later with full knowledge. Maybe by then it will be too late. So we have started practicing environmental stuff, even though we are not expert in this, but we have made a beginning. Hopefully we will continue to learn every day. Social side again is extremely critical. If a company is more responsible citizen of the society, it invariably helps them in terms of building goodwill and in terms of sustaining their businesses. Many steel companies have shut down as they didn't take care of society around them. On the other hand, Tata Steel continues to stand tall after 100 years as it continues to take care of society around them. On the social side, again, we have to adopt Indian standards. Let me share an experience, Ramlingam. In my jest of being socially conscious, I went to one company and gave a lecture on how child labor is bad, how you have to take care of your labor and so on and so forth. The promoter said that, Nilesh bhai, will you have a cup of tea? And I said, yeah, sure. And he didn't serve tea in his office. He took me out of the factory gate saying that I'll give you roadside tea. We went little ahead of their factory gate. There was a tapri, a chaiwala, and surely a kid was working over there. And then he asked me, why don't you go and ask this kid, why is he working over here and not studying? And you are so conscious of not having a child labor. I knew I was getting into something, but still I had no choice. I went and asked that kid, why is he working? And the kid said, he's the eldest in the family. There are 2 siblings below him. And if he didn't work, all 3 of them will die hungry. Now, in India, when we look at child labor prism, we need to be sure that there are some child labor which are working for survival and some which can be probably managed in a different manner. So our social norms will have to adopt. Again, it's a learning. We are not expert. But there are certain templates which are available in terms of how to improve your social footprint, how to improve your environmental footprint, and how to improve your governance footprint. We think by moving up on these standards, by improving your footprint, you will generate better return for investors. You will generate sustainable return for investors. So ESG is not just fun. ESG is the essence of our investments. If we don't create a better society, then what are we worth?